Alright, here we go. Jillian Rogue, my new YouTube channel, and I'm just going to talk about reasons why Lucha Underground is the best. I'm going off the top of my head here, so I don't know how many numbers there's going to be, but we'll strive for 10, okay, 10. Partially joking here. Lucha Underground is the best because, number one, their style. A lot of people hate their style. A lot of people hate the short story, cheesy style that Robert Rodriguez does, but that's fucking awesome. It's different. Instead of having, a microphone shoved in your face in the exact same format, like they have the exact same format in every single wrestling promotion, it's actually something different for once. And people hate that. People can't think outside the box. They can't fathom the fact that there's actually a wrestling promotion out there that doesn't have the exact same format as every other wrestling promotion. And it drives me fucking nuts. Like, it's different, and that's a good thing. Things can be different. You know what I mean? And they say, oh, well, it's too cheesy for me. And WWE isn't cheesy. The whole Lana storyline they just had, that wasn't cheesy. Yeah, pretty sure that's more cheesy, if anything. And it just really bothers me when they say that they can't get into it because of like the style. It's just, oh God, no, something's actually different. Someone's actually taking the risk to be different. Like, Lucha Underground is the most ingenious thing to ever happen to wrestling, and that's the main reason why, because it's different, because it's breaking the mold. Now, number two would have to be the fact that they are combining like a superhero action movie or episode, TV series type ordeal with wrestling. That's amazing. I love that, because it's like the two best things, and they do it so good. It makes sense. The gimmick matches all make sense. It looks good. It keeps you entertained. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. I've marked out so much with Lucha Underground. And like the new season 2 trailer, oh my God, that was awesome. How they all had their own car, their own ride, and it was fucking awesome. Like, ingenious, beautiful. I marked out so hard when I saw that season 2 trailer. Like, I still watch it like weekly. I fucking love it. Like, that season 2 trailer for Lucha Underground was amazing. Like, oh my God, it just like blew my mind, dude. Like, it made me mark out. I haven't marked out that hard in years and years and years and years. Probably since I first started liking wrestling when I was a kid and Rey Mysterio was my hero. Now, number three would probably be the fact that they have men wrestling women. This is a controversial subject. A lot of people think that men shouldn't wrestle women. And I say, why the fuck not? At least that makes them equal. I would rather see a sexy star wrestling Prince Puma or whatever than a lingerie match. Because in WWE, all the divas are literally, I hate the word diva too. Oh my God, don't get me started on that. That's just like a slap in the face. And they can't even have gold. They give them a little purple rhinestone butterfly belt. That's just ridiculous. But my point is that the divas in WWE are literally just eye candy to keep the men entertained until the big boys come wrestle again, until the real wrestlers come out. That's all the divas are. They're just there to keep the men entertained and have something to look at until the real wrestlers wrestle. And it's just so, like, sexist and, like, oh, it's just stupid. Like, women can wrestle too. Let them wrestle. And really let them wrestle. WWE waters them down like a motherfucker. But anyway, so Lucha Underground, the fact that they actually let men wrestle women, I think is awesome. I mean, it's choreographed, so why not? They're literally not beating each other up. And when a guy does hit a girl, it just plays into that heel character. I think it's a great thing. I don't see why anyone's against it. I think if they are against it, it's because they're a sexist pig and they should get over it. I probably should not have said that. Oh well. I don't mean to offend anyone, so don't come at me if I offended you. I'm just open and honest and outspoken, and I speak my mind without any filter. Like I said, I'm just speaking off the top of my head right now. So, number 4, I think that's where we are, is probably the fact that their gimmick matches actually make sense. They actually, they just make sense. In WWE, it's like you have matches that don't even make sense. They don't even need to be there. They don't even, Oh, and number 5, oh my god, one of the best reasons why Lucha Underground is the fucking most ingenious thing to ever happen to wrestling is the fact that there are no jobbers. Like, people can't fathom this shit. They can't understand that you can have wrestling without a fucking jobber. Like, in WWE, they take these amazing wrestlers like Bo Dallas and they make them come out just to lose over and over and over and over. And it's like, when Bo Dallas comes out, he's losing. No one actually thinks, oh, here comes Bo Dallas. He's gonna win. No one actually thinks. We all know he's gonna lose when he comes out. So what the fuck is the point of the match? Like, does John Cena really need to wrestle Bo Dallas just to make him look better? No. like it's just stupid. You know what I mean? If you want to make a wrestler really look better, have John Cena wrestle a non-jobber like Roman Reigns. God, I hate that guy. But you know what I mean? Don't have John Cena wrestle Bo Dallas or Zack Ryder, these guys that are obvious jobbers and obviously coming out to lose, because anyone could beat them because that's all they do is lose. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's fucking ridiculous. And these people eat it up and I don't get it. Anyway, I'm starting to go on a rant. So my point is, sorry about that. My point is that Lucha Underground doesn't do that. And it's fucking awesome how they don't do that. I really, really love how they don't do that. In Lucha Underground, anyone could win at any time. You never know who's going to win because there's no jobbers, Anyone could win at any time. If it was Lucha Underground, John Cena could lose to Bo Dallas at any time. Because in Lucha Underground, Bo Dallas wouldn't be a jobber. You know what I mean? And that just makes it so much more exciting. That makes it so much more entertaining. That makes it Lucha Underground has made me love wrestling again. It was starting to get boring to me. And then Lucha Underground came and it's I'm a kid again. I fucking love it. And anyway, I'm a total Lucha Underground mark, so what? Anyway, number 6. I'm starting to run out of ideas now. I guess it's just the fact that the wrestlers are more hungry. They actually let their wrestlers wrestle. They actually put on a show, The wrestlers don't have 5 moves or 3 moves or whatever. The wrestlers are they're wrestling. They're doing what they love. And you can see that. And they're actually putting their heart into the matches. And they're actually, doing different things in the matches. It's not constantly just 5 or 6 moves and it's done. And there's, not the stupid, what I call an AJ Lee or John Cena match where they get their ass beat, over and over throughout the whole match. And then at the end they do 2 moves and it's over and they win. No, in Lucha Underground, they actually allow the wrestlers to wrestle. You actually see moves that make you oh my god, wow. And everyone thinks Aaron Neville, or whatever, I always forget whether his name is Aaron or Adrian, but Neville, he would be an amazing wrestler. He is an amazing wrestler, but in WWE, they only let him do 2 moves, and he just does the same 2 moves over and over, and the crowd thinks it's amazing, and I don't get it. In Lucha Underground, you have all kinds of different moves. They do all kinds of different things. That last match with Vampiro and Pentagon Jr., oh my god, dude. That was amazing. That plus the trailer for season 2, oh my god, just blew me into the air. Oh my god, I marked out so hard. The next day I was still marking out. That was fucking amazing. They don't do things like that in WWE. And it's just a shame, It really is. Because they have such talented wrestlers and they just don't do anything. It's they don't care anymore. WWE, it's it's like some drunk, hungover guy comes in to do their writing and he's just like, ah, fuck it. We'll do this today. It's such a shame, you know? Even their divas, I hate saying that word, even some of their divas are very talented, you know, but they don't let them do anything. And I get it's for, you know, like health and safety issues and stuff like that, but wrestling is not wrestling without the risk. To me, what makes wrestling wrestling is the risk of it, the shock factor, you know, and that is another thing people say. They say, oh, well, Lucha Underground just relies on shock value. That's what wrestling is. Wrestling is shock value. That's what makes wrestling wrestling. You know, at least to me, when I think of wrestling, I think of people going out of the box and doing things they're not allowed to do and shocking you with moves that aren't safe and should have like broke their neck or something, you know? That's what's wrestling to me. So I don't get it when people say, oh, well, they just rely on the shock value. I'd rather see an hour of nothing but shock than 3 hours of recaps and shitty matches that don't make sense and drag. You know, that's another thing. I could go on forever about the issues that WWE has. And I'm not one of those smarks or whatever that thinks if you watch WWE, you're a horrible person and you don't know wrestling. And I hate people like that. No, I love WWE. I'm always going to love WWE because it was like my first love, you know? But, man, they really suck lately, you know? And Lucha Underground just points that out all the more. And it just drives me nuts when people don't see the ingenious behind Lucha Underground. It's literally amazing. So, and I don't know. I would love to like be a writer for Lucha Underground, or I don't know, just even be there. I don't know. Anyway, so this video is going on kind of long, but anyway, there it is. 6 or 7 or whatever I did reasons why Lucha Underground is the most ingenious thing to ever happen to wrestling in the history of wrestling. Probably could have said more, and maybe I'll do a part 2 to this, but we're already almost at 13 minutes. So, there you have it. And hopefully someone from Lucha Underground sees this. Just kidding. Comment and like and subscribe and tell everyone you knew.